Did you know your Porsche has hidden features that most owners will never use in their entire time owning the car? The vast majority of drivers never explore beyond the handful of basics they were shown on delivery day. We are talking about features that protect your engine, save your brakes, guard those expensive wheels, and catch developing problems long before they become eye-watering repairs. All already built in and already paid for, just waiting for you to switch them on. So let us count down 14 hidden Porsche features you will regret not knowing sooner, and stay to the end, because number 1 is the single feature that can save you the most money and the most heartache of them all. Let us get into it. Number 14, the auto stop start defeat and how to use it wisely. Every modern Porsche shuts the engine off at a standstill to trim fuel on the test cycle, and most owners either tolerate it or forget it exists. Here's what mechanics see though. In heavy stop-and-go traffic, the constant restarting adds cycles to the starter and strain to the system, and many owners simply prefer the engine to stay running. The trick is knowing you can press the stop-start button to disable it for that drive, and that selecting a sportier mode often switches it off for you. Use it deliberately in slow traffic and you spare the starter needless work. Leave it on for steady motorway cruising where it genuinely saves fuel. Knowing when to use, which is the difference between working with the system and fighting it. Over the life of the car, those saved restarts add up, sparing the starter and the dual-mass flywheel thousands of needless cycles, and it means the engine is not stopping and starting the moment you crawl forward in a jam. Number 13, the drive modes that actually change how the car wears. Your Porsche's mode dial or menu offers normal, sport, and sport plus, and sometimes an individual setting, and most owners assume it only changes how sporty the car feels. In reality, these modes alter throttle mapping, shift points, damper firmness, and how long the gears are held. Leaving it in the sharpest setting all day keeps the gearbox hunting and the dampers firm when they do not need to be, while the right mode for the moment keeps everything relaxed. Use normal for the daily commute, sport when you want the car alert and responsive, and sport plus for a genuinely spirited drive. Match the mode to the road and you get both a better drive and less needless wear on the driveline and suspension. Leaving a car permanently in its hardest setting is one of the quiet ways owners age the dampers and keep the gearbox shifting more aggressively than it ever needs to on a supermarket run, so use the modes as the tools they are. There is also a real driving benefit because engine braking on a downhill in a sportier mode saves your brakes on a long descent, while the softer settings let the car coast more freely on the flat, and understanding that alone can change how the car feels on a favorite road. Number 12, the front axle lift with GPS memory. If your Porsche has the front axle lift system, this is one of the most valuable features on the whole car for protecting that costly front bumper and splitter. At the press of a button, it raises the nose several centimeters to clear a steep driveway, a speed bump, or a car park ramp without scraping. Here's the part most owners never discover. On the latest cars, the system can memorize the exact spot using GPS, so it lifts the nose automatically every time you approach that same troublesome ramp. Owners miss it because they never set it up. Learn to use it, and better still to save your regular obstacles, and you will never grind that front lip on the same driveway twice. A scraped or cracked front splitter on one of these cars is a genuinely expensive repair, and the whole point of the system is that a 2-second lift saves you from it every single time, so it is worth setting up properly the day you collect the car. Number 11, wet mode, the feature that could save your car in the rain. This is a genuine Porsche innovation that a surprising number of owners never even switch on. Sensors in the front wheel arches actually listen for water thrown up by the tires, and when the car detects a genuinely wet road, it warns you and preconditions the stability and traction systems to respond faster. You then confirm wet mode with a button or the mode dial, which softens the throttle, sharpens the safety nets, and calms the aerodynamics for maximum grip in the rain. Owners miss it because they never engage it when the heavens open. On a powerful rear-biased sports car, that extra margin in the wet is exactly the kind of protection you want, and it is already built into your car. It does not turn physics off, and it is no license to drive hard in a downpour, but it gives you a meaningfully wider safety net exactly when the road is at its most treacherous, which on a car with this much power going to the rear wheels is worth its weight in gold. Number 10, the tire pressure monitoring done properly with the right pressures. When you adjust your pressures or swap between summer and winter wheels, the monitoring system has to be reset, and the dealer will happily charge you to press a few buttons you could press yourself through the touchscreen. While you are there, know that the placard often lists 2 sets of pressures, a comfort figure for everyday driving and a higher one for a full load or sustained high speed, and that running the wrong one quietly ruins your ride and your tire wear. Always set them stone cold, because a warm tire reads several points high. Set the right pressures, reset the system, and the warning light stays off, And on staggered fitments, remember the fronts and rears take different pressures and cannot simply be swapped around. Running even a few points low quietly costs you fuel, sharpens tire wear on the shoulders, and dulls the handling this car was built for. So it is a 2-minute habit that pays for itself many times over. Many owners never realize the car will happily reset itself once the new pressures are stored, so they keep paying to have a warning light cleared that they could have dealt with in the car park in under a minute with nothing more than the touchscreen. Number 9. The digital dipstick and reading your oil the right way. New Porsche owners go hunting under the engine cover for a dipstick that simply is not there, then guess at the oil level and either overfill or run it low, both of which do real harm. The trick is knowing how to read the electronic gauge properly on level ground with the engine warm, switched off and left to settle for a minute or two through the right menu in the instrument cluster. Check it cold, on a slope, or straight after switching off and the number lies to you. An overfilled Porsche engine can foam its oil and damage seals just as surely as a low one starves the bearings. So read it the slow, correct way and top up in small amounts. Learn that one routine and you will always know exactly where you stand. The gap between minimum and maximum on these engines is often more than a liter, so it is far easier to creep up to the mark with small top-ups than to drain and overfill back out. And getting into the habit of checking it the correct way protects one of the most expensive components you own from a mistake that costs nothing to avoid. Number 8. Valet mode to protect the car when it is out of your hands. When you hand your Porsche to a parking attendant, a hotel valet, or even the dealer, you are trusting a stranger with a very fast car. Many Porsches include a valet mode that locks the glove box and front luggage compartment and can limit access, activated with your PIN through the central screen. Owners miss it because they never think to set it up before handing the keys over. Take a moment to learn your car's valet function, and you keep your belongings secure and add a layer of protection every time the car leaves your hands. It is one of those features you hope you never need and are very glad to have the day you do. Setting it takes less than a minute through the central screen, and once your PIN is stored, the car will lock away the front compartment and glove box on command. So handing the keys to a valet or a car park attendant no longer means handing over full access to everything inside. If you found this interesting, feel free to check out my ebook in the description or scan the QR code on the right, and don't forget to subscribe. Number 7. The Sport Response button in the middle of the mode dial. On Porsches fitted with the Sport dial, there is a small button right in its center that most owners glance at and never press. Push it and the car sharpens everything to maximum attack for around 20 seconds, dropping the gearbox into the ideal ratio and readying the engine for instant response. Effectively a pre-armed boost for a safe overtake or a merge onto a fast road. Owners miss it because nobody explained what that little button in the dial actually does. Learn it, and you have the sharpest the car can be waiting under your thumb for exactly the moment you need it. Then it quietly hands control back when the 20 seconds are up, dropping the car back to whatever mode you were in before. It is designed precisely for a safe, decisive overtake or joining a fast road, where having the drivetrain already primed rather than waking up mid-maneuver is genuinely the safer way to drive a powerful car. Number 6. The sports exhaust button and what it really does. Many Porsches wear a small button showing twin exhaust tips, and pressing it opens valves in the exhaust for a deeper, richer, more characterful sound. That much most owners work out. What fewer realize is that the valves also open on their own at higher revs and in the sportier modes, and that on cold mornings keeping the quieter setting is kinder to your neighbors and lets the catalytic converters warm up in peace. Use it when you want the car to sing. Leave it closed for an early start or a long droning motorway stint. It is a feature that costs nothing to enjoy and is one of the great small pleasures of Porsche ownership. There is also a practical side, because keeping the quieter setting until the engine is warm lets the catalytic converters reach temperature cleanly and spares you an unnecessarily loud cold start in a quiet street at dawn, so the button rewards a little timing as well as a heavy right foot. It also pays to know that the valves open automatically as the revs climb and in the sportier modes, so you get the full voice of the car when you are driving hard whether or not you have pressed the button, and the manual control is really there for the moments in between. Number 5. The adaptive suspension comfort setting hidden in the modes. If your Porsche has the adaptive damping system, the firmness of the ride is not fixed, and this is the trick that transforms the car on a rough road. In the sportier modes, the dampers stiffen for control, but you can independently soften them back to comfort even while keeping a sharp drivetrain, usually through a separate suspension button or the individual mode. Owners miss it because they assume choosing sport locks everything into its hardest setting. Learn to split the settings, firm engine and gearbox with a supple ride, and a broken back road becomes a pleasure instead of a punishment, while your wheels and tires take far less of a hammering from every pothole. On the low-profile tires and large wheels these cars wear, a softer damper setting over rough surfaces is not just about comfort. It genuinely reduces the risk of a curved rim or a cracked alloy on a bad road, which is a repair no owner enjoys paying for. Number 4. The hidden diagnostic and trip data in the cluster. Behind the main instrument display sits a wealth of information most owners scroll straight past. From oil temperature and coolant temperature to a lap timer, a G-meter, and detailed trip data, this is more than a toy. Watching the oil temperature tells you when the engine is genuinely warm and ready to be worked, rather than guessing from the coolant gauge alone, which protects the engine on every cold start. A coolant reading creeping higher than usual is an early warning of a cooling problem long before a light comes on. Learn to cycle through these screens with the steering wheel controls. Glance at them regularly and you turn your own dashboard into a free early warning system for developing faults. The difference between spotting a creeping coolant temperature early and discovering it when the warning light finally shows is often the difference between a modest repair and a ruined engine, and it costs you nothing but the habit of looking. Watching the oil temperature in particular teaches you not to lean on the engine hard until it is genuinely warm, which is one of the simplest ways to protect these engines over a long life. Number 3. The walkaway locking and comfort access tricks. Most owners thumb the key every time, but many Porsches offer keyless comfort access that lets you lock and unlock simply by touching the door handle with the key in your pocket, and can be set to fold the mirrors and confirm as you walk away. On hot days, some models let you crack the windows or vent the cabin from the key before you get in. Owners miss these because they sit unused in the menus. Dig into the settings, switch on the ones you like, and the car starts working around you, folding its own mirrors safely in tight car parks and venting its own heat, protecting both the mirrors and the interior for nothing. A folded mirror is a mirror that will not be clipped by a passing car or a trolley, and a replacement housing on one of these is far from cheap, so the habit of letting the car tuck them away every time you park quietly saves you from one of the most common low-speed repairs there is. Number 2. The memory seats and profiles that save more than comfort. Most owners know the seat remembers a position or two, but the memory system on many Porsches ties into far more than that, linking your key to a full profile of seat, mirror, steering column, and climate settings. Beyond the obvious convenience, using the profiles properly means less wear on the seat and mirror motors from constantly readjusting, and it keeps the mirrors and driving position consistent and correctly set every single time, which is a genuine safety point. Owners miss the depth of it because they only ever set the seat. Take a few minutes to store a complete profile to your key, and the car greets every driver exactly right, every time, with less strain on the mechanisms behind it. In a 2-driver household, this is the difference between the motors grinding the seat and mirrors back and forth on every journey, and each key simply recalling its own settings in one smooth movement, which is easier on the hardware and means you are always correctly and safely positioned before you pull away. On many models, the profile can also remember preferences like the climate and even certain assistance settings, so the car does not just fit you physically but behaves the way you like from the moment you press the start button, which is exactly the kind of polish owners pay a fortune for and then never switch on. Number 1. Build the habit of reading your car and knowing its emergency releases. If you take only one thing from this list, make it this. The single most valuable feature on any modern Porsche is the information it will freely give you if you look: the oil and coolant temperatures, the service reminders, the tire pressures, and any stored messages, all sitting in the menus waiting to catch a developing problem while it is still cheap to fix rather than catastrophic. Pair that habit with knowing your car's manual overrides before you ever need them. The emergency release that pops the front luggage compartment when the battery is flat, the hidden mechanical keyblade in the fob, and the manual releases the handbook shows for your exact model. None of this is glamorous, but a driver who reads the car and knows how to get into it when the electronic sulk will spend a fraction of what an unaware owner spends over the life of the car. Learn to listen to your Porsche, and it will tell you what it needs long before the dealer ever gets the chance to. Learn to listen to your Porsche this way, and you become the kind of owner who fixes a $50 problem before it ever grows into a 5-figure one. Now you have it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check the ebook in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.